guys, welcome back to Amateurish.
What's up, guys? It's been a while.
It's been a long while.
I feel like I kind of like wanted to come into the episode and just like go into like the
just kind of
on and off that we had about the on and off relationship we have about this. It's just hard to grasp it. It's just too many things. Adulthood sucks. In a lot of ways, because like you have plans to like do things and then life happens.
Yeah, like you almost like sometimes I feel like you're a lot of the times like almost forced to like put a timeline on things.
Mm-hmm.
When you become an adult, like, oh, I want to be married in the next blah 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 years, and then I want to have a child in the next blah blah blah, and then I want to buy a house, and then I just feel like a lot of the times you just get disappointed. Because life really just comes in the way, and just it's like whenever it happens, it happens. I feel like that's like an actual motto.
Yeah, and I feel like it's also like the conversation that we were having earlier that, like we're not going into it like with a lot of expectations, and a lot of times we go into things with a lot of expectations, and then when the thing doesn't turn out to be that way, like in a week or 2 weeks in, we tend to like walk away from it. Like it's like, oh, okay, I just don't want to, like you don't find time for it anymore, and you don't do those things anymore.
We do that a lot.
Yeah, because we go into things with a million expectations, and then
we get disappointed.
Yeah,
when we don't see it.
Exactly. So like we were starting the podcast before, and we were doing all these things about Patreon and like creating so many things, and we don't even have anything yet like built. So it was like hard to like, and then like, but the thing about me is that I always like love like the marketing aspect of things and just going 1,000 miles an hour. It's like this could be all the possibilities, but then you're creating all those like expectations.
Yeah.
So like when we get here, and when you don't get to like not even close to a little bit of something, then you're like tend to like give up on things.
It sets you up for failure because you're like. You were gonna fail from the beginning when you had all those expectations. There's definitely
idealisms on that aspect, because there's people like expectations is what drives me to do those things, But there's just some other people that if you put those expectations and things don't happen, then they tend to give up or just forget it, like downgrade the work on it, So it's just a struggle this whole time.
Yeah.
So this time, like the first time when we started the podcast, there was a million expectations.
Yeah.
The name and everything, the freaking drawing and everything, and thinking about the freaking merch, and I'm like, what the fuck are we doing, bro? Like
the merch.
And then we did the rebranding of it was when we moved here and we started it again. Because we gave a long break. Yeah. A long break. And then we started it again. And the expectations then were of these segments and all these things, like bringing a story into each episode, bringing like this into each episode.
Like doing hella research on shit.
And like you said earlier, like making it a homework. Like it felt like homework now. Every single time we were going to the next episode, like, hey, do you look up your half of the stuff?
Yeah.
And because I have my half of the stuff. Yeah. And then some of it was just like, okay, we don't have time to do this, because I was working 2 jobs at the same time.
Yeah.
And you were, doing all your shit. So you get overwhelmed where it's something that, you have to look into.
Yeah.
So it was like a lot of like bullshit. And then that created this long pause again. Yeah. And it's like also like, it is a bitch when you're the one doing all like the behind the scenes, like because I was, I cut up the episode, I do everything, I put it together in the YouTube. I'm the one then doing the shorts and the videos and stuff like that, and then it just becomes like I don't want to like this is a lot because I'm doing all their shit too.
Yeah,
I'm making like I was already filming a movie too and doing that editing, and I've given that a fucking pause. Because I fucking get like I also gotten overwhelmed with all this shit, like working the 2 jobs and doing all these other side shit at the same time. And I'm like, God damn, how people have kids?
I know. How do you prioritize?
Yeah. But yeah, that's been the struggle. And then this time we came back again, and it's just no expectations. It's just one episode at a time. If we don't do it next week, you know what happened. But
I feel like you have to find the love in it first, and then I think that the rest follows. Yeah,
we just have to, we love to talk. We love to talk about all the things that we do, and all the little projects we do, and the fucking readings and movies and shit that we watch that we want to talk about. So I feel like it's just one episode at a time, and whatever we want to talk about that episode, we just say, hey, we should talk about this real quick, and just hop on and record it and just walk away. And I feel like that should be that is more of a healthy a healthy expectation.
Yeah.
Just let's see what happens. Like, instead of just building like what was before to create this show, we don't know what we're doing. That's why the podcast is called Amateurish.
Yeah.
So we are amateurs, and we don't know what we're doing. So I mean, it's the perfect fucking name for the podcast.
Truly.
So
that's us.
Because we're amateurs. We're amateurs. We know a little bit about everything, but not perfection about something. So
we were just talking about like, hey, we might want to change the name of that thing, but you literally just made it like perfect again. So
we are amateurs, bro.
Yeah,
we are.
That's perfect.
So we're just gonna take it one episode at a time. If we release it, once, or it's every single time we want to talk about something, I feel like we should just go and sit down and do it.
We can do that, and you never know. Like, one of our videos can do really well, and then all of a sudden we have more people watching.
No expectations. I don't care. I don't give a fuck.
Exactly.
If nobody watches this ever, I kind of don't give a fuck.
Yeah, no,
because I just want to do it. I just want to do this with you. I just want to have these nice little conversations with you, and I feel like some lights and a camera just makes it more interesting for some reason.
Yeah, it does.
So let's just have these conversations that way. And every single time we have like a specific topic to talk about, like something that we really want to talk about, let's just hop on real quick. And if we release 2 episodes a week, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck?
2 a week or 2 a month, like,
who gives a fuck?
Yeah, at the end of the day.
This title of this episode is like no expectations.
Yeah,
that's just the title of the episode. We're just gonna chill. We're just gonna have a good ass time. And every single time we have something to talk about, we're like, oh, I want to talk about this with some lights and camera with you real quick. We just hop on real quick and just record.
Yeah, I feel like we wanted to just be more genuine.
Yeah,
like I feel
like before we were doing something that we are not, like, we're just trying to make it a show, and like
we were being like computers.
Yeah, like, we gotta talk about, we gotta watch this movie because we gotta talk about this movie.
Yeah, it was too much. So
and also
chilling, bro.
I'm also like, I wanted to start that other thing for myself, like that other little thing, like little videos of Rated VZ. And again, I gave that a pause because I was like, I need to give like a legit review of these movies, like a respectful, because I am a filmmaker. And I want to give it like a respect, and I want to give a real good qualification and why I think this is good and why I think this is bad. And at the end of the fucking day, nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a fuck. It's like, hey, is it good or is it not?
Yeah, nobody cares if you did your research on it and you know hella stuff about it.
As long as they get to know you and they're like,
it's an honest and organic review.
And as long as they get to know you and they're like, you're a real person and I like your taste in things. So whatever it is, bro, if you liked it or you didn't like it, just give me a cool little thing, little snippet of it to make me interested. And if you like it or you didn't like it, because I kind of like your taste, dude. I don't give a fuck about you. I kind of like your taste.
Yeah.
And I just wanna get your recommendation. So that's how I'm like going into it now. I'm like, I'm gonna go back to it and just gonna talk about the movies that I really like, and the movies that I don't like, I'm gonna be like, yo, I really don't like this. But it was a piece of shit movie.
Yeah.
But the shit that I like, I'm just gonna talk about the shit that I like.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be like, yo, this movie's cool. It's awesome.
No
Watch
expectations.
No
That's our
fucking
vibe
expectations.
For 2023.
Vibes 2023 was realized 4 months later, but it was realized.
Yeah,
it was realized.
We still 1/3 of the way. We still
no expectations, bro. I feel like that would be a healthier point of view.
Yeah, I feel like it will make us less sad and less upset about.
And I feel like we're growing too as humans.
Yeah, I think we are, honestly.
It's something we've been talking about
I kind of feel it. Like, it's kind of weird.
It's like what we were living before, like how we lived before. We lived with our parents our whole life. I lived with my parents for 20 freaking years. 20 years. And it was with my family the whole time. So you don't really understand that aspect of adulthood. And I feel like my dad doesn't see that way because when they were little, they grew up really fast. It's a tough era. So they grew up fast. But like now it's a little slower. Like it's a little slower and it's a little more like it takes time to learn. So like we lived our whole lives with them. So we moved out by ourselves for the first time. Mm-hmm. So it was like a transition period of like, hey, we're not kids anymore, and this is reality.
Our own, though. So we were like, hey, we're on our own.
What you said? I'm sorry.
Like, I feel like it's also that aspect of what you said, and also we were like, hey, we're out, we're on our own. So like we kind of were a little reckless, a little bit more on my side, but you know, like,
no, yeah, and that's the thing, like. We're finally like in a point like, okay, we are now realizing we now are seeing the whole picture. Mm-hmm. And we see like where we were doing the mistakes, like, and you know, like picking the house, picking the location. We're learning everything, and it's like, okay, finally, like now we understand. Also, like now we feel like, okay, this is why we're feeling like transition of adulthood.
Yeah.
Because now we're realizing, okay, fuck.
Yeah. But I feel like also that's something about being like kids of like Hispanic parents and stuff like that, that don't really know or weren't really here for most of their life in the United States. Is like, you kind of had to learn all that shit by yourself.
Right.
You know?
And that's why it's the way that we grew up too.
Life.
Yeah. I mean, we always think about like when we're looking at our parents, and that's why I'm going to feel really bad for my kid when we have one, is that we really think these fuckers have it together and they don't. Mm-hmm. And when you realize it is when you're by yourself and you're like, oh yeah, they never had it together.
Yeah.
They just did their best. Mm-hmm. I grew up amazing. You know, my parents were awesome. It's not that what I mean, but it's just that they were figuring it out the whole time. Yeah. They were like surviving the whole time and they figured it out. They did it. They ended up doing it amazingly. But they were surviving, dude. And then when you get to this point, you're like, oh fuck. That was the reality. They was just surviving this bitch. Yeah. So, you know. That aspect of it is like, that's why I feel bad with my kid, because when you're a kid, you're like looking up and you're like, yeah, I'm just gonna follow these guys because these guys have it together. These guys know what they're doing. Yeah. And then when you grow up, you're like, oh, and but you respect it more though. You respect it. You're like, oh shit.
But parents always have the answer, and I was like, how do you know everything? But they really don't, bro. They were saying some fucking just grenades in there, bro. They were like, yeah.
But they were doing it out of like wisdom instincts, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, trying to.
And at the end of the day, they do have decades over us. So at the end of the day, they're gonna know more than you, because at the stage that they're in right now, they know more than you because they already lived our stage. So that's why they always know more than us, because I lived your stage already. I'm at this stage, and they're figuring it out at their stage. Right. That's why when I talk to my dad, I'm like, Dad, like, you gotta like figure out, like, and my dad is like figuring it out. Like, he's like, you know, I don't want new friends. I don't want to know nothing. And I'm like, Dad, you gotta look at, like, I look at his stage differently, and he looks at my stage like I lived it, and this is how you should do it. And I'm like, and I feel like I look at his stage, and I'm like, I feel like you should just like open up a little more. It's just it's that aspect. He's figuring it out. He's freaking 68. He's figuring it out at his age. Yeah, I'm figuring it out.
Also, it will be good if like you can both just interchange, like little like opinions and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Like you being like, oh, like you should do this, and he's like, you should do this. Like it's good if you can learn from both sides.
To me, like stages of age has always been interesting to me. Like I've always been so like amazed by that, but I understand that he will not respect my point of view 1,000%, because at the end of the day, he is here and he is here and he is and I'm here age wise. You know what I'm saying? So he believes and he, you know, in some ways he knows that he knows more than me.
Yeah.
But I've always been, and I respect that because I've always been so like amazed by like different stages of life and like understanding those stages of life because I never can understand my current one. Mm-hmm. So like always like I really would love to understand like how to be a fucking 70, 50, 60, 40.
Somebody needs to come up with a fucking time machine already.
Yeah. This conversation is going. So let's just have some. Let's just end it. It was a nice conversation. We came back, but we talk about this real quick that we're gonna do for the rest of the year.
Yeah. Open it.
So we're also this is gonna make us do the pod every more.
Wait, let me see.
So this is gonna make us do the pod more now.
Yeah. So he bought this game.
Yeah, I bought this game I saw. It was called Served. I'm not advertising it. I don't know if it's good or not yet.
Yeah.
Don't buy it. I'm not advertising shit. But it's basically like a his and hers game, and we both get like splits the deck.
Yeah.
She gets half of it. I get half of it.
They're like, it has the gender on it, so the man takes the man cards and vice versa.
And you basically serve her with a card that you want to do something, but like it could be something beneficial completely to you or beneficial completely to her.
Also, you can't see the card. You can't look at the card when you're serving it.
I mean, I feel like you kind of can, but
you can pick whichever one you want for that time.
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah, and then you just serve the person whatever you feel like, and then that person then has to retaliate with another card. Either it could be that point or another time, but it's tick for tack. Like I give you one, and I can't give you another one until you give me one.
Yeah,
stuff like that. You know.
Wait, but you have to do what's on the card though.
Yeah, you have to do what's on the card. Unless you, I mean, obviously you're not obligated with the fucking. But then if you don't do what I get, like what I serve you with, the penalizer that I get to steal one of your cards.
Oh, okay.
Like you get to drop one of your cards that you could have made me had to do, but then you have to sacrifice that card. Like you'd be like, yo, you got to drop one. If you don't want to do this, it's fine, but you got to drop one of yours.
Oh, okay. But like, let's just say like you give me one, and then I do it. Then it's my turn to give you one.
Right.
Whenever I want.
Right. So like it's getting like you know like when you're getting divorced and shit, you get served by papers. So it's like getting served. Like hey, you got served. Like boom, and you weren't expecting it. Like it's a freaking Tuesday.
Okay.
And I freaking serve you with a freaking card, and you're like, what the fuck is this? And we got to do that shit, like whatever it is.
That'd be funny because I feel like if we do this for the rest of the year, like you have to put a time frame. Like we can want to finish this entire deck in a week. We can want to finish it in a month or whatever. So it's kind of cool because like I feel like we're gonna forget sometimes.
Yeah,
and then you're gonna
I want to do it for the rest of the year, which is for the next like 10 months.
Fucking 8 months.
8 months. So for the next 8 months, so like maybe like one card a month or like 2 cards a month, whatever it happens. But that's how I kind of want to do it.
It's kind of cute. Fun. Like some of them is like a date night card. And
and when you already serve the card, that card is burned.
Oh, yeah,
so like you don't get to do that anymore. That's it. That's over.
Yeah.
So and then there's also one card that you get to veto whatever that thing comes. Like if you really don't want to do it, it's like there's one card that's like not today's Satan.
Oh yeah.
It's not today's Satan. Like like I'm like fuck that shit. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
So, but then when you use that card, that's forever gone too. So like you really have to be strategic to like save that card because you don't know if I gave you the worst thing first.
Oh my god!
Or I gave you the best thing first.
I have anxiety doing this.
So like you gotta be strategic to save the not today's Satan because if you do use it and I got something worse,
god,
the way to not get that is by burning one of your cards, and then you don't get to do an extra thing to me.
That's true.
So.
This game is going to be fun. I really want to start it like today.
What do you mean today?
Like I want to start it.
So like, I mean,
let's start it right now. Like what's up?
No, I mean, chill out, bro. Like,
come on.
No, but like, okay, so this is the girls one. So here you go. That's yours.
Okay.
Side of the deck of the cards. Oh, you get like 2 big fat no cards.
Oh.
Not feeling is shutting it down. Oh, so you get really like 3. Oh wait, but the big fat no card is not feeling it. Shut down one of your partner's crazy cards with this bad boy, but beware, your partner can big fat no your big fat no card. Mm-hmm. So you can hit me back with a big fat no if I say big fat no, and you're like, no, big fat, you're fucking no. So you're like, here you fucking go. So but then the not today's Satan card is the ultimate card. Only one per player and must be used wisely. Trumps all other cards and cannot be counteracted or reversed.
This isn't fucking Uno.
This isn't fucking Uno. Like this card, it literally says this isn't fucking Uno.
But it is an 18 plus game.
Yeah,
card
I mean,
game,
obviously.
So
yeah.
No, but I'm saying, like, you know, these little couples that are like 13, yeah. Like, yeah.
Oh
no.
shit, no, yeah,
like,
no, yeah.
You gotta be 18.
You gotta be old enough.
Yeah.
But look, I'm gonna take my deck of the cards and I'm just gonna keep it with me now. And this is shit. This is it, bro.
Bye.
You guys are gonna see this right here all the time, and you're gonna see that every single time we come back to the episode. Maybe I pull some bullshit.
Sponsored by them, and like.
You see, you're putting expectations.
No, it's a joke.
You see, this is why I build it. It's you, bro. In the back, like, no, you know, like that back voice. You know that back voice that they'll be chilling like in the back. You're like, but what if they do sponsor? And I'm like, you're building expectations where there were none. Hey, remember the title of the episode? It was
a joke, but okay.
You were not joking deep down.
I was. Oh, look. They haven't seen Harley Quinn.
Oh, my God, dude.
They haven't seen Harley Quinn. Come here, baby.
He's just getting huge, like always. All right, dude. Can we get back to the pod, Lily? Back to the pod? Sound like you farted. Bro, there's one card here that's going to really fuck you over.
Stop. I have to look at these cards.
I feel like I'm going to... I
wonder if
Can we say it? Can we... Like, do you want to say it?
No.
Well, there's one card here.
I wonder if there's some that are the same. They're all the same.
I mean, they probably are, maybe. No, because
I feel like
they wouldn't have the gender in the bottom.
Yeah, and also one of these is like you can have a boys' night or some shit, like something like that.
Yeah, I have no friends, bro.
All right,
that card is gonna get burned.
Read some then. Read some.
Oh, and you get a blank card, by the way.
Oh yeah,
so whatever we want to like do to like that would be cool. Like
you gotta watch. Like
you gotta watch this fucking movie.
Yeah, like a horror.
Oh,
one.
Dude.
What?
Dude, that would be something. That would be something like the Banshees of Iron. Like I forgot the title of the movie.
Or some shit.
I'm gonna want to make you watch that movie.
That shit.
See what I'm saying? Ooh. The movie to watch no matter what. Boom card.
Ooh. I'm gonna get the Not Today's Satan one for that one, bro. Like fuck the other.
Bro,
shit.
Give it a chance. Give it a chance.
Can I read this one real quick?
Okay, but I thought we were not gonna read it. But okay.
Yeah. Read some.
Oh, but I thought you just said we're not gonna read it.
Some, not all of them.
There's one right here. This one's gonna fuck you over. This card is the T-10 card. You have 10 minutes to get ready. And I want to duplicate this card 50 fucking times.
So make the blank one.
I want to duplicate this 50 fucking times.
That's foul.
Because
I know you'll pick a day when my hair is like this big.
But then what's the punishment if you don't... Oh, we got to come up with the punishment because that's not in the freaking thing.
No, you can't just do changing rules and shit. Like what?
Because but no, because what if you can't get ready in 10 minutes? What if you just take 11 minutes and I'm like, bullshit, I call foul on that.
Maybe something has to happen. Maybe you can take one of my cards or something.
I mean, you can't just burn a card for that. You're really gonna burn a card for
what if I'm like what if I'm
because you're trying to do it because you're trying to do it. But if you just can't do it in 10 minutes, because I'm going to put a timer on that bitch. And you already know it. I'm going to be like, cheat. And if you're past 10 minutes, I feel like there should be a punishment.
Damn, like what? Like the fuck?
I don't know, like something you don't want to do.
Eat snails.
Okay. I would never do that. I'm saying like maybe like watch something or like, I don't know. Something. We should figure out the punishment, honestly. Maybe. We should figure out the punishment. Because that would be even more fun, in my humble ass opinion.
Oh fuck! We all have our own unique way of doing things. The only problem is your way is dumb and mine makes more sense. Today you'll be doing blank the way I do it. The fuck? What would that even be? That's kind of strange.
Some of the cards are not gonna. It's not gonna relate to us.
Yeah. Imagine all this shit doesn't relate to us.
Because we don't. Because the thing is, we don't fight about shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, I do it this way. You got to do it this way.
Yeah, like that's weird. Like, oh,
we don't do that shit. So it's like some shit is not gonna relate.
Or
because, I mean, there's some couples that are just crazy like that. You know,
no,
crazy
yeah,
strict.
But or we could just take every card, but then we can like do our own twist to it, maybe, so we don't lose the card. You know?
Oh, look at that! Oh, this card, the yeah nah card.
Oh,
the yeah nah card. This is this card. Is that? So we're not watching, listening to that.
Huh?
So like when you want to put your "I'm too hot to handle" stupid show on, like that fucking show.
Really? I don't want to watch that shit.
If you want to put that on, bro, that'd be this been the new thing now. Watching reality TV shows, and I don't want to be doing that shit, bro. That shit is not it. And then you don't want to watch the movies that Oscar nominated fucking movies, and you make me want to fucking watch these freaking Love Is Blind, like all this fucking.
But
bullshit.
you enjoy it with me, like it's just a stupid shit to watch.
First of all, it's something that I really don't want to watch, but I do enjoy it with you because we're just making fun of these people the whole time.
It's just funny.
It's funny because we're making fun of them, but at the end of the day, I'd rather watch something else than that.
Well, yeah, I would too, but like...
No, what you mean I would too? Because you want to watch that, though. You really do want to watch that.
No, but like, I don't know. I feel like it's just in the moment. It depends. The mood.
Okay. Because you fucking want to watch that all the time.
Like, I would 100% of the time rather be watching like Saw or stupid like horror.
Oh, and if it's not that, it's the fucking First 48. Like what?
Yeah,
like I don't want to watch none of that shit.
Exactly. So like,
I'd rather watch very fucking thought provoking movies.
Since you can tolerate the stupid shit,
but you can't tolerate my shit.
Yeah, I can tolerate shit.
That's what I'm saying though. But we watch more of your shit than my shit. It's gonna turn into a fucking like revolt right here, right now, bro. Because these cards are gonna fucking turn into a whole other thing, bro. This is a revolution. Da la revolución. Because I watch way more freaking reality TV shows than you watch fucking thought-provoking movies.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
You haven't watched half of the fucking movies in my list.
We have to, though.
God damn, my throat's getting dry right now.
You want water?
Yeah, I need some water real quick. I forgot some water.
Somebody wants water.
I put the AC on, so like my throat is just drying out.
Me too.
Sinuses.
I'm good off. I don't want no more.
Anyways, let's just end it. It's been fun. Fun comeback.
Yeah.
We'll be playing this. And should I serve you one right now? Who goes first?
I guess. Rock,
paper, scissors, say shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, say shoot. Okay. It's best out of three.
Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, say shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, say shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, say shoot. It's a tie. Rock, paper, scissors, say shoot. 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 Oh, you go first.
Okay.
Harley's getting turned.
Oh my God, this one's getting turned the fuck up. Okay.
So let's just go. Let's go. No, you do it off camera. See you guys.
All right.
Tell you in the next episode what you served.
Okay.
See you guys. See you. Bye.
Say bye, Cheeky.